For years, the truth stayed hidden. The victim, forgotten. The case, left cold. Until science revealed what time could not. This is Decades in the Dark, where cold cases are brought back to light. Buffalo Cave, deep in the desert canyons of Idaho, a place few ever visit. In 1979, a family exploring the area stumbled across something horrific. A burlap sack lying in the shadows of the cave floor. Inside, human remains, dismembered, headless, no arms. Investigators retrieved the torso and limbs, but without modern tools, identification was nearly impossible. The remains were stored, cataloged, forgotten. 12 years later, in 1991, a young girl exploring the same cave system found something else. More bones, another sack, more remains. Law enforcement believed it was the same victim. But again, no identity could be confirmed. No missing persons report matched the skeletal remains. No leads emerged. For the next 3 decades, this man would have no name, only a nickname: the man in the burlap sack. Forensic scientists tried everything available at the time. They determined the man was likely in his 40s. His clothing fragments told a strange story. An old-fashioned shirt printed with vertical blue pinstripes, a pair of suspenders, and a weathered hat. The style suggested something unusual. It didn't match the fashion of the 1970s, or even the 1950s. Some started to suspect this man had died long before the body was found. In 2019, the case caught the attention of the DNA Doe Project, a group of genetic genealogists who use DNA to identify unknown victims. They extracted DNA from the man's bones and uploaded the profile to GEDmatch, a public database of genetic information. What emerged was a puzzle of connections. Matches appeared. Distant cousins, fourth cousins, once removed. Slowly, painstakingly, they built a family tree backward from the present day. The trail led to someone who hadn't been seen in more than a century. His name was Joseph Henry Loveless. Born around 1870 in the Utah Territory, Loveless lived a life of deception. He was a bootlegger during Prohibition, forging documents, selling illegal liquor, and using fake identities to evade law enforcement. But his crimes didn't end there. In 1916, he was arrested in Idaho for killing his wife with an axe. Held in jail, Loveless had a plan. He smuggled in a saw blade, hidden in the heel of his shoe, and escaped through the bars. Witnesses said he'd escaped jail multiple times before, using similar tricks. After that, he disappeared. No trial, no grave. No one ever saw him again. The forensic timeline suggests Loveless didn't stay free for long. Experts believe he was likely killed not long after his escape in 1916. The cause? Possibly revenge. His wife's family may have taken matters into their own hands. His body was dismembered. Head, arms, hands removed, and hidden in a place only locals would know. The cave swallowed the truth for over 100 years. The fact that Loveless's remains could be identified at all is a testament to modern science. With no dental records, no fingerprints, and no head, DNA was the only path forward. Forensic genealogy used tiny fragments of genetic material to trace Loveless's ancestry, connecting him to over 31 living relatives before confirming his identity. It's one of the oldest cold cases ever solved using this method. There will be no arrests, no trials. But for the first time in over a century, the man in the burlap sack has a name, and his story, once buried in the dark, is finally known. He escaped jail, but he couldn't outrun time. Joseph Henry Loveless lived by deception and died by revenge. A century later, science delivered the justice history never did. This is Decades in the Dark, where science brings the past to light. Like and subscribe for more stories, where justice never expires.